Hello everyone. Hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope that you're doing great. Today's session is about fiction again. Last time we talked about mystery, and also we talked before about the adventure and realistic fiction. Today we are going to talk about something else, which is how to write a fantasy story. How to write a fantasy story. These are the things that we worked before, and today we are going to talk about a fantasy story. Okay, so a fantasy story, as usual. If you are in paper two and you are asked to complete the story, what should you do? You use the same characters, or even you can add some more characters and use the same setting, or sometimes you can add another setting and use the same and use the plot here, the plot that we are going to use throughout the fantasy, and of course the solution. So when you have a setting here, the setting here must be described well. So in later, inshallah, in another session, I'm going to tell you how to describe a character and how to describe the setting. Clear. So let's start today's session about a fantasy. Fantasy. When I say fantasy, just to think about, Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. Think about Alice in Wonderland. Think about Jack and the Beanstalk. All of these things are fantasy stories. Fantasy story simply means something not real, something like magical at all. It's not real like realistic fiction. It's not having like a kind of suspense or even incident and so on like mystery. And it's not an adventure having like the hardships. Here we have something else which we call fantasy. I mean, the setting is not that the setting that we used to have. It's not a city. It could be on the clouds, could be on another planet, could be in a cave, could be in enchanted forest, could be anywhere, but not real one. That's what we say fantasy, fantasy. So let's here highlight the features that we have. Here, first of all, I say we have magical creatures at the very beginning. What's magical creature? Could be dragon. We don't have dragons here now or in the past. We don't have dragons or wizards. We don't have aliens. We don't have like ghosts. So these things we can use, okay, because we have the theme of magic. Because we have the theme of magic. That's why here I say it's imaginative and magical elements. Okay, so it's imaginative and it has like some magical elements. So number one, we use magical creatures. These creatures are abnormal. And when we say about the unicorn, the unicorn has a horn here. Okay, it's imaginative situation or imaginative creature. It is not found in our regular life. And then here, number two, we talk about the characters that have supernatural or magic power. If you talk about, for example, a dragon, the dragon breathes fire. The dragon breathes fire. That's why it's kind of supernatural power or magical power. If we talk about a ghost, for example, so a ghost can disappear or can move from a place to another place very quickly, right? Without being traced. This we call supernatural power or magical power. So up to now, we have two features. You must do them really well. Number one, your story must include magical creatures. And number two, it must have like the creatures or even the character itself has some sort of magical power. Magical power. Number three, in enchanted setting on the realms. What does it mean? If we talk about the place that we talk about, it could be like on the clouds, such as when we had it in Jack and Beanstalk, or it could be in a cave like sometimes when Alice in Wonderland does, or it could be in Enchanted Forest, or a village, but the village is a little bit, has some different things, not usual things, such as gold dooms and so on. So here we have enchanted setting. It could be like enchanted house or palace or forest or desert. These things are all available. Okay. So up to now we have three features. Going down here for number four, epic quests and heroic journey. Again, here it's a little bit close to adventure. So we have the main characters here. The main character here tries to to go through a heroic journey. Okay, and they of course will be involved in some challenges. This could be, you tell me, Mister, this is gonna be like some sort of adventure. It is slightly small, like similar to like you said, adventure. So we have a journey here, and this is the most important thing here. We have here a battle of good versus evil, okay, by the protagonist. What does it mean? If you still remember Aladdin and the magic lamp, Aladdin was fighting Jafar. If you still remember Jack and the Beanstalk, you will know that the mother of Jack was fighting against the giant. If you still remember Alice in Wonderland, you still remember the fight between Alice, or the battle between Alice and the Queen of Hearts. So what I say here is like we have a battle, we have fight, and of course the main character like defends the right, or defends the good, and of course the devilish one like defends his point of view. This is the whole idea. And here we have prophecies and destiny. Have you been to a fortune teller before? She will hold your mug, or even the glass that you were drinking coffee from, and she will look at it, and she tells you that after 3 points you will be rich, you will travel abroad, and so on. So because it has the theme of magic, so we could have some sort of prophecies that we could, but it's not included in all types of writing. So this can be included, can be excluded. And the last one here that we have is a portal of other world. What does it mean here? The last point here. What does it mean? I'll tell you. When I say portal of the other world, when you open your curtain, for example, or you open a curtain, you open the window, you open your wardrobe, whatever. Once you open the fridge, even, or the wardrobe, and you find like stairs takes you up or takes you down. So the stairs take you up or take you down, and moving you to another world. That's we call portal. We call portal of the other world. So the stairs may take you to, let's say, the moon, for example. That could be okay. Like Alice in Wonderland, she was running behind or chasing her rabbit, and the rabbit entered into a small slot in the tree. So she tried to force herself in order to catch him. So she went down through a cave, and it let her, sorry, go another portal or another world, which was like enchanted forest full of unbelievable creatures, okay, or silver birds and so on. So when you try talking about such a kind of writing, try to imagine like supernatural power creatures, silver birds, and they fly upside down. It's up to you, okay. As long as you include the problem and the solution. Okay, it could be something like crystal, could be something like magic, could be like potion, something could be drunk and makes you really tall, really big, or something like makes you really tiny, and so on. So these are kind of the features that must be included. Okay, so let me revise with you really quickly before we skim our topic here. Okay, again, we have magical creatures, and you can include the dragon, you can include whatever you want. Okay. Number two, a character that have supernatural power. I say someone, for example, lets out laser rays from his palm. That could be. Number three, enchanted setting, a place that could be like imaginary, such as a city under the sea, such as a city on the moon. It's up to you. And the epic quest or heroic journey. So we have the protagonist here tries to go through some challenges. I can say it's similar to the adventure, and then battles of good versus evil, and the prophecies, And lastly, we have here portal or something takes you to another world. Okay, of course you can pause once you would like to read the text, because I would like to skim it really quickly to check if we have applied the features or not. Here we start by the title as usual. We start by the title, following by a description of the setting. Check what is the setting. In a quiet village at the edge of the world, okay, there lived a boy named Eden, who often felt he didn't belong and he didn't like his village. While others worked in fields or trades in marks, uh, Eden spent the days staring at the mountains, looking at the mountains, dreaming of something greater, though he didn't know what. One evening, while exploring an abandoned tower, he discovered an ancient mirror covered in glowing runes. Yeah, runes. Sorry. So here, in this part, the mirror can take you to another world. For example, if you like look at the mirror for a long time, you may feel like you have traveled through time. This could be. As he brushed the dust away, the mirror shimmered and rippled like water before he could step back. And here tells you that it takes him from a place to another place. So this is the other world that I was talking about. Okay, so you can enjoy reading the text. You can pause the video whenever you would like to have it, and also check that we have here quotation or speech marks done by the characters and the protagonist. Check here. Mhm. Okay, so here we have so many. We have so many like quotation marks. Okay, and also here, this is the compilation of the story. Still, the story is so long, and once we read it all, I think it takes a while, and the video will be so long. Okay, and at the end here, we have the fight between good and bad. Okay, at the end we have the fight between good and bad. Okay, I'd like to say thanks for this video. Please do not hesitate if you would like to contact me. If you don't understand anything, or even if you have like something vague or unfathomable. Thank you. See you next time. Goodbye.